again. Deb here. The next thing we're going to do, if you'll take a look over, you'll see that by the magic of video, we have created, in addition to our index page here, we've created about 6 or 7 other pages. And they are all linked into the style sheets that we created originally in the first section. But you'll notice that all of these pages, if you click on each one of them, you'll notice that they don't have any navigation. Okay, we kind of did that on purpose, because now what we're going to do is we're going to create a navigation section, and it's going to be called a Spry. We're going to be using what's called a Spry menu. So if you'll look at your top shortcut bars up there, you'll notice that one of the listings is Spry. So if we click on it, what I want to do is I want to click on the graphic, and then I'm going to try to click in between there, because I want to click on the in the header, because I want to put the Spry menu in the header. And so now you'll notice that I have a blinking or an insertion point there. So I'm going to hit the return key, and that gives me my space. If you'll notice when you move your mouse around, you'll kind of see the section there. That gives me the space to put the Spry menu. So now we go up to the toolbar there, and what we're looking for is the Spry Menu Bar. So we're going to click on it, and it automatically says, do you want to go horizontal or vertical? We're going to go vertical this time. Next week in class we'll create one that's horizontal, but for right now let's go with a vertical one. Oh no, I'm sorry, I think we want to stay with horizontal, not vertical. Anyway, let's do horizontal first. Okay, so we say okay, and you'll notice it goes ahead and it actually adds some items for us up there to kind of give us the first kind of a template to get us started. Let's click on, make sure that you've clicked on the Spry bar, and you'll notice that down in the lower left hand corner there it has the properties menu. So we're going to call this our main menu. Okay, and for item 1, if I click on it, whoops-a-daisy, let's make sure I'm back up here so you can kind of see the page and see what's going on there. If I click on item 1, I'll notice that the text there, I want that to say home. Okay, and the link to the home page, remember, is if I click on that browse, is going to be always the index page. Okay. Also in the Spry menu, it goes ahead and it just assumes that you want to have some drop-down menus. Okay, and but in this case we don't need any because it's going to the home. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit the minus button here in the properties menu, and you'll see now that it took away. So now I just have the home. I'm going to click on item 2, and I'm going to go ahead and say that was about us, if I remember correctly, or about, yes, there we go. And that link, I'm going to browse for that page, and it's about. And then I'm going to click on the item 3. And item 3, I think, was accommodations. Okay. And that one also does not have any items to drop down, so we're going to go ahead and minus those out. Then we're going to say OK. And then we're going to pick the accommodation page, so we add our links in there. And we won't worry about the title or anything right now. Technically, you could go in and you could individually title each page if you wanted to. We could target them to different things. If we had some links that took us to pages outside of the website, we probably would target them to a blank page. But for us right now, all of these are located in our root directory, so they're okay. The next item is going to be the attractions menu. No, activities, excuse me. Okay, and that one we'll go in and we'll double click on that and activities. Now under activities we are going to have a drop down, so you'll notice that this one doesn't have one, but we can add a plus there. And see it says under activities, untitled item. We're going to type in attractions there. And I'm now going to find the page that I created for attractions. Okay. And I need another main one there. Remember, we're doing the, thinking the spa was next. Yeah, let's do the spa. Whoops. Here we go. This. The text we want there, I think it's called the Seaside Spa. Seaside Spa. And we'll click on that spa page. Now that one we also have services. And we have the Seaside, I think we have the Seaside Services. Let's see what I have there. Actually, we don't have an extra one on that. It's in the cafe that we have the menu. Oh, we have questions though. Questions that you could come up with. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add a space here, and we're going to call this FAQ. Okay, and that's the FAQ we came up with. Yeah, it was by the magic of video that we recreated these pages pretty quickly. And so now I'm ready to add one more, and this one's going to be the Sand Crab Cafe. And that one also is gonna, let's see, let's pick that page first. And so there's the cafe. And then that one's gonna have a menu. So we do have another one there, and I think that one is called the just the menu. And that one we'll find as the, what did we call this one? Menu. Okay. And so you'll see that I've got my drop downs. I've got all my sections there for the parts that we wanted. And so pretty much I've got my menu created. Now let's save this page and take a look at what it looks like. So I'm going to preview it. It's going to ask me, do you want to save the changes? I'm going to say yes. So notice that it says this page is, it kind of tells you that what it's doing is it's using JavaScript to create these pages for you. It also has its own separate Spry menu. So we'll go in and we'll have to update the Spry menu too. So let's say OK. And some files needed accurate preview have been modified but not saved. Do we want to save them? Yes, we do. Okay. Taking a minute from my browser. Oops. Okay. So now I'm hoping you can see that. You'll look at the browser and you'll see, ooh, not so, that's kind of cool how it rolls over and it gives me a kind of a default CSS, but not too pretty. So what let's do is let's see how it's got all those files and everything are working. So we know it works, so now let's close out of that. And now what we want to do is we're going to customize this CSS. And if I come over to my CSS styles, I've got to scroll down so I can see my Spry menu. Now on this one, let's click on the menu bar horizontal, and what we want to do is we want to go in and let's click on the type. Let's create the type for Dana. Or no, let's go to Arial. I like Arial a little bit. And instead of the font size being 100, let's go ahead and make it 14 pixels. And the style will keep the same. We want the weight. I kind of like these to be a little bolder. And the line height, font style, we're going to be fine there. We're going to go into the block and we're going to align the text to the center. Okay. Now what that's going to do is that's going to keep the type and everything on all of the, in the whole style sheet. That's going to keep that type about the same. So now I'm going to apply that. And you'll see that now all my type has changed, so that's good. And I'm going to say OK. Now, what this Spry menu does is it uses an unordered list. So the next thing we have to do is we have to come into the unordered list, okay, and we have to edit that. And so let's go in and edit that one. And in this one, we want to go to the box. And the width we want to make one. I think we ended up deciding it was going to need to be 160 pixels. And the height we made 25. Let's apply that and see what happens. That's pretty good. See how it stretches our menu pretty good there? So we're going to say OK. And now what I need to do, menu, yep, that's a drop down, so that's OK. Now what we need to do is we need to go in and make sure that the link, so now I'm going to go to my links here. And remember the gray background, not so pretty. The color, not so pretty. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the A link and we're going to edit it. And we're going to change the background color. Remember the background color that we liked was that pretty blue. And we'll apply that. That's kind of nice. And then the type, we want to go into the type. And instead of the color, we want the color to be white. There we go. So now we're starting to see what we're looking for. Okay? And then the last thing we want to do is we want to move over to, we want to find the rollover menu so that when everything rolls over. And so that's the hover, that's the horizontal. So really, it's the longest one. So you kind of find that, and the last part of it is it says submenu visible. So you click on that one, and so then what we're going to do is we're going to click on the background color, and we want that background color to be the color of our bar up there. And then the text, we want that text to be kind of a nice brown. So let's see, let's add the brown from, yeah, brown from there. Okay, so now when we roll over, hopefully we will have a little nicer color scheme there. Let's test it and see. So from here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to preview, and let's preview it in Explorer now. It says it's been modified. Yeah, we want to save everything. Whoops a daisy. We'll go into that in just a minute. Let's see what I've got here. There we go. Striped umbrella. And now, oops a daisy, I don't see the background, so we'll have to go in and make sure that background changes again. But pretty good, but all the links seem to work, so we'll go back. And oh, I think I left one part out. So but as you drop things down, they all go to the right menus. So I'm going to close out of that one and minimize this. And I need one more, and that is the, let's see, got the background color. So hang on just a second here. Okay, to make those changes, what we need to do is make sure that we've got that really long one that we made the colors in, and then also the one above it is the it's the hover. So you want to make sure that on the UL menu, the one underneath there, that we've changed the colors to the background color and also the brown color, so that when we preview, and we can preview this again in Firefox, hopefully. The preview works, and as you roll over things, they all have the right color scheme. So that's kind of a neat. The Spry menu, I've got to admit, is a neat component. And while it seems a bit arduous to set it up, it's really pretty easy. Now the one thing is, we've realized that we've got the index page saved, but the part we have to do left is we just need to take this Spry menu. We can right click on it and we can copy it, and then we can go to each one of our other pages, click in, insert our menu, and then we're good to go. So we can just go to each page, insert our menu, and we're good to go, and so forth. So you can go to each page now and just copy the menu, and